The Samajwadi Party back in the day was also a beneficiary of reverse polarization, that you tried to appease another constituency as the BJP tried to appease its constituency, and the casualty was development in Ayodhya. Because whenever you were in power, when your government was in power, you did nothing for Ayodhya because you feared that if you do anything for Ayodhya, a constituency will not be happy. How do you respond to this allegation?
Well, we respond to this allegation by asking people to look around. Who improved the underground cable system for electrification in Ayodhya? Who set up the better facilities for guests that would come to Ayodhya? What was the net spent that the government did? If BJP was running a 30-year mission, then in that 30-year mission, why did a hospital not figure? Why did setting up better electrification systems not figure? Why did widening of roads not figure? So they had only one mission, which is to build the political narrative of the temple, while we have had a mission to build expressways across Uttar Pradesh. We have had the mission to build Dial 100. Finally, I will say this, right, that in this contest of political narratives, अगर भगवान राम और पैगंबर की बनावटी लड़ाई राजनीति है, तो हर हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई, ट्राइबल की भलाई भी राजनीति है. अगर टीवी पर जो आज दिख रहा है अक्सर सरकार के झूठे गुणगान की बेहाई राजनीति है, तो रोज बेरोजगारी, बीमारी और अन्याय से लड़ाई भी राजनीति है, अस्पताल की दवाई और स्कूल की पढ़ाई भी राजनीति है. So we would practice our politics where the common man must benefit. Uttar Pradesh has seen that BJP's politics does only benefits BJP. It does not benefit
my question, the basic question of the big fight, can this temple bring back harmony? How do you respond to this? Do you think it can bring back harmony?
Ram always stood for harmony, Maryada Purushottam, but BJP has never stood for harmony. And BJP is in power. So the question is not whether the temple can bring harmony. When a BJP MP from Karnataka puts a poster of Modi ji being bigger than the temple and Ram, it is clear that BJP has no harmony agenda in mind. You have Adityanath, you have in Uttar Pradesh 150 MPs and MLAs of BJP who have criminal charges against them as per their own affidavit. Do you think these are harmonious people? No. They are here to stay in power at any cost on political narratives, not on governance, because they cannot provide governance. On conflicts, on hatred, on this anger that they have built.
Okay. A response, a right to reply to Professor Bhatt, Geeta Bhatt.
Yeah, Sanket ji, I want to make very quick. Yeah, yes. Couple of points I want to make. First of all, that the present political dispensation, at least in the last two general elections, which we all of us can very readily recollect, never made Ram Mandir or Ayodhya a political issue. But on the other hand, there were many who otherwise were doing appeasement politics, were actually going on a temple run.
What are you saying, Geeta Bhatt? Ram temple has been part of the BJP's manifesto.
But not for garnering votes. Not for garnering votes. And secondly, just give me a couple of seconds to at least let me finish. You're not letting me at least speak. And I want to, because there were many issues which were raised, and they need to be addressed. I just want to say, we all know that near Jerusalem in Bethlehem, there is a church of nativity where there is a very small room where millions of Christians believe that Jesus Christ was born. And they all go there, and bow in front of that. Has anyone ever asked for any scientific proof or for any, judicial scrutiny of this? No, it has not happened. And Allahabad court, while giving its judgment, had said that it is not the duty of the court to subject, to faith of millions of people to scientific or judicial scrutiny. But nevertheless, we are doing it. And look at the perseverance of this nation, of this, of this society, that they very patiently waited for the judgment to come. And this also has to be reminded that, K.K. Muhammad in his autobiography has mentioned it very clearly, that the Muslim community at the time, in the late 80s was contemplating of giving this land because it is not of, much religious significance to us, but means so much to the other party. Let's give it to them. But at that time, there were many historians who came around, very, special historians who came out and convinced them that we are going to get proof for this. And that is how there were, series of documents which had come out.
Okay, fine. Get your point. Get your point, Geeta Bhatt. But it'll be extremely hard for me to believe, or any of our viewers to believe, that the BJP never did any politics around the Ram Temple. In fact, had nothing to do with the Ram Temple, whereas it featured in manifesto after manifesto, and it has been the reason of your existence, raison d'etre of the BJP.